Hello guys, welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, excited to be taking you through yet again applications, activities and settings on your phone that you're not using, rendering your phone underused. So let's dive right into today's video, but don't forget to hit a like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the post notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. Let's go in. There is a better way of sharing files, content, big videos without compromising the quality of them. And it's sitting right on your phone to be transferring between Samsungs to Samsungs and even Samsungs to iPhones or other Androids. So let's move on and I show you. So for instance, you have a big video that you want to share with somebody. Let's take it this very short. It's what you want to share with somebody. When you tap on share, you have the ability to select quick share here, and then you're able to share it regularly to a quick share person who is next to you. If you don't get that option, because probably the person is on an iPhone, what you're going to do is proceed to hit on the QR code or link here, and it's going to be generating a QR code for you, which you can give to an iPhone user to scan and get access to the file. Or you're going to copy this link and share to whichever person if the person is not next to you. So copying this, you would find out that when we open this very link, inside here, we're greeted with this space. Then the person can just click on download, and then they should be able to download that onto their device. So opening this in gallery, we have it here. So there you have it, a quick way to share files between Androids and iOS users. You can thank me later. Yes, so you're probably making trips around, and then you're in the city where you want to communicate with somebody. There is an interpreter application sitting on your phone that allows you to hear what the person is saying in your buds when they're connected, and they hear you through the phone when you speak. All right, so let me show you how to activate this and use it anywhere you are. So we're going to take out the buds so that they're connected with the phone. And then once they're connected, what we're going to do is come here, swipe up and select the interpreter. Okay, so we have an interpreter application there. You're going to select that. Once you're in, you can see here the buds are connected. And with the buds connected, you're in good standing, because whatever the person says, for example, if I tap here, Assalamu alaikum. So this is what the person is saying in Arabic, and then this is what you're hearing in English. But this is going to come through your ears. But if you say, how are you doing today and how was your day yesterday? Okay, so that's what they're going to hear on their side. It's going to come out loud. So let's hear what you're going to hear when the person speaks Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. All right, so we can hear that in the buds. I hope that that came in. So that's peace be upon you from the buds right here. All right, so that is an application sitting on your phone you could probably benefit from. This way, whenever you're having a conversation with somebody, all you need to do is tap on that. It hears what they are saying, tells you directly in your ears. If you want to say something back, then you're going to need to tap on your side to say something back to them. All right, moving on. So you're probably having a conversation with somebody on WhatsApp, and the person asks you for a particular image or video that you have. Probably you're going to come here and then go into gallery, and you're going to have to find it in a particular location, cameras, and then you're going to be scrolling through a lot to look for it. What if I told you that there is a very simple way? In gallery, you're going to come in gallery because you have the option to search, and probably when you're here, you're going to search like scooter. So the scooter, and then you have the scooter, you can select that, probably that is what you want to share. Now you're going to hold on to it, swipe away or up, select the application you want and drop it right there. Immediately you're able to share it with the person all using one hand. So you don't have to go look for the image or video from there, and then you have to be sifting through all this looking for the time and day that the video was. You can do all that with just one hand. If you didn't try this or if you didn't know this, let me know in the comment section, and I hope it was helpful. Moving on. Now there is a feature in your phone that you're, I believe, not using. So you have a bunch of alarms that you use because let's say you have a client, and with this particular client, they're going to be coming at a particular time. So you need alarms that will be set in a way that they wake you up. Okay, let's use that as an analogy. All right, so you want to set particular alarms that you can toggle on, and all the alarms that are associated with that activity are turned on. Let me show you how to do that. And after, I'm going to show you how to put that as a widget on your phone, on your screen. So you can always just tap on it and then you're there. So first and foremost, you're going to come into clocks. And then once you're in clocks, you're going to go into alarms. And when you're here, you're going to tap on alarm groups like that, and you're going to turn that on. Then you can set an alarm group, let's say client 1. All right, so that's an alarm group there. You can select that alarm group and then proceed to set one alarm. Let's say I'm going to meet the client at 7 o'clock, so I set a first one for 6 o'clock. And then for that, I know I meet them Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So that's going to be wake up. And I know I'm a deep sleeper, so I set a second one that says, let's say 15 minutes time. It's going to try and wake me up again. The same time, wake up. All right, and I'm going to save it. So once I turn one of these alarms on, it's going to turn all of them on. That's what the group is about. So maybe a final one, wake up, okay. And with that done, I can always come out of it this way, and it's there. If I want to turn this alarm on, I can turn all of them on or all of them off. So what better way than to come onto your home screen, select widgets, then scroll through and look for clock. Then once you're here, you can pick any of these. Let's say 2x2 this, pick this to the location that you want. Let's say there, then select the alarm and select the group alarm. That means that if I toggle this on, all those 3 alarms are on, like you can see that. And if I toggle it off, then all 3 are off. So if you didn't know this, I'm happy I was able to help. Moving on. So you're taking a photo and you try to zoom in. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it's not enough because you're zooming in and you accidentally zoom past or zoom too close to the subject. You want a very smooth transition between the zooms, and you don't have it sitting here. Well, what if I told you that there is actually a way to add more stop points to this? Let me show you. So you're going to come here into the Good Lock application. In your Good Lock application, you're going to look for the camera assist, which you can find right there. And when you're in here, you're going to go into zoom shortcuts, which is going to give you other stops in the zooms. So here we have ×2, we have got ×10, and ×100. So you can select these options. And now when you come into your camera, you're going to have more here. So if you want 1 time, you're going to have 1 time. You can go 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, 30 times, and 100 times, all by just tapping on it instead of pinching in and out using your finger. That way you're able to get spot on whatever you're looking for, or zoom in or zoom out of. All right, if you didn't know this, I'm happy I was able to help. Moving on. Still speaking of the camera, so you're probably taking a group shot and you mount your phone down and you're going to step back and take the shot, but you pick the camera and you find out that probably someone was caught not smiling or smiling at the wrong time, and everything is kind of a mess and you have to repeat the process. What if I told you you could make it in a way that when you're doing some kind of a timer group photo like that, you get several shots taken at that time so you can pick between those? Let me show you how. So you're going to come back into the Good Lock and then go into camera assist. Then once you're in here, you're going to scroll down until you reach timer multi-photo option. So once you selected this, you're selecting how many photos you want to take within that timer option. So maybe 5 photos, and then what do you want to be the interval between those? If it's 1 second, you're going to select 1 second, so 5 photos, 1 second interval. This means that if you are in your camera's application and you toggle this on the timer and you put, let's say, 2 seconds timer, once you tap on this, the shot is going to be taken 5 times with an interval of 1 second. So you just have to stay there longer, but you're going to have fantastic photos possibly after. So like this, I hit on this 1, 2, then it takes the first one, a second after second, after a second, after a second, that. So all you need to do is hold the position for 5 seconds after the 2 seconds countdown, and you get possibly nice photos that you can select from. So if you come here, we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos that we're taking due to that setting turned on. If you didn't know this, I'm happy I was able to show you. Moving on. We know you can actually shoot 4K 120 frames per second. Yes, ultra smooth. That probably you're not using. It might sound too good to be true, but let me show you how that is possible. First and foremost, when you come into your video application, you can see here that you have 8K at just 30, Ultra HD at 30 and 60, Full HD at 60 and 30, and then HD at 30. But if you would come into your Video Pro mode here, you're able to select Ultra HD, which is 4K at 120 frames per second. If you came into HD, you would get the same 30 frames. In Full HD, you get an additional 24. In Ultra HD, you're going to get extra 24 and 120 frames per second. So there you have it, 4K, 120 frames per second. If you're shooting content, this is great for people who shoot content on their phone. Use this and let me know how that worked for you. All right, guys, so there we have it, 7 tricks, tips, application usage that you probably didn't know or were not using on your phone. If this was helpful, can you drop in the comment section this was helpful, or your comment about it. If there are other things you want me to do, let me know in the comment section. But until later, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and peace out.